Hello, morning. There's something wrong with my app. I schedule my broadcasts. In the morning, it seems like I can start them, but then they don't. Then they don't progress. Then it freezes, and then I have to stop it and then start a new broadcast. So I'm having trouble there. Simanyoba app there's something definitely wrong, but I'm going to fix it. I'm going to make sure I fix it. It happened yesterday, it has happened today, and it's only happening with scheduled broadcast. So if I start a new broadcast, it's definitely okay. So today is Market Tuesday. Well, of course, first of all, you can tell us about what you do and why we should support you. Definitely, marketing is about telling your prospective customers, your prospects, why they should be buying from you and not the competition, right? So the RAV4 was bought yesterday by one of us here, but he told me not to talk about it. And I told him, if you tell me not to talk about it, I won't talk about it. Yeah. But it was bought by someone from here. So today is Market Tuesday, guys. Good morning. Namukadde wamugulide seat cover. Wekirabye? Just into one wanenemu. But I did not like the buy. I did not like the seat covers that are made for zino zebatunga. For me, I find that there is something definitely wrong with them. Also, their leather is kind of hard, so naguze. Also, it's pretty expensive for nothing. And the guys that make the really good seat covers will make it very expensively. So I decided that it doesn't make sense for me to go and make seat covers for 700,000 for Namukadde. So I went and bought the seat covers. So Market Tuesday, what I scheduled yesterday, I could definitely see what we are about. Easy. Good morning, Daniel the world. Namukadde mukola kati wa milioni 18. Mlianga milioni 3. Let me see. So the broadcast that is there now doesn't actually have a theme, which I'm going to work out right now. Mark, good morning. Timmy, good morning. Paddy, good morning. Abby, good morning. Antonio, Joshua, yes, good morning, people. So the RAV4 was bought. I actually find that I'm good at this thing. I can help you now sell your car as long as I inspect it before. Sell it to my people. So one of you guys here actually bought the car. And I think he's really happy. We reduced to 13 and we did. Ngenda kujayo moroke nunji bweti. Neko vugane manual Timmy. Do you even drive manual cars? Hi Justin, how are you? Timmy, do you drive manual cars? Because for anyone to drive my car, they would need to be able to drive manual. You would need to be able to drive manual. So today is Market Tuesday, guys. If you're in Kampala and you run a business, you sell products or services, this is your time to tell us about your products or services. So that we can actually support your business, right? I'm a big supporter. Mavo Gadget Center at Kampala. Yeah, tetulaba ku meeting because he's busy. Nange binkwata. Mavo Gadget Center gwe mulika avuga ikirasi. Si hey gwe muli awo. Abana balina ettooke. Avuga ikirasi. Let me see. So apparently what happens is that I schedule a broadcast. I even started, but it doesn't start. So you see the broadcast that I scheduled yesterday, it is still showing that it's still scheduled. Yeah? Nenga ate yaganyo kola. Neye gulo irakyalaga nti yali scheduled, yet it was from yesterday. So anyway, so today we're going to be talking about why I think I'm not really telling you what to do, but kewaguze seat cover awonze ne Martha tetulina kyetwekwasa, but still wheel covers aki emmotoka mugireke ate seat cover muzazi ez'omulembe naye seat covers mbaddeko ne ka pressure si wamwe wokka, mbadde ne ka pressure side zonna bannange mbadde ne ka pressure nga kanziseeko. Ate you'll be surprised that when you want to do something normally you can afford it, but you keep postponing. You have the money, but you keep postponing, like you can't afford, yet you can actually afford. You get it? So I kept postponing the putting of seat covers since last year, beginning of last year actually. Paka bwe nagambye nedda natunzeyo track emu neŋŋamba zineza track ezimu kanziteeke mu seat cover ekyo nakyo nenzisaamu. Maybe you need to update the YouTube app. Yeah, I'm going to do that today, but it's up to date. Bananginja updating every week. Good morning, Chris Fitness na ye. Athaweraga. Banangeseraga. Dadine moroka. Banengwe. Let me tell you one thing that happened today morning. Tubade tuyingira matuga tuti. Omusajja wara for 2400 liter, 2400 cc. Jeke. Na pisa. Kati nemuleka n'agenda because kati tulina batutuuse we bayite Watindo, and I was overtaking the guy n'alinnya badde ku UBP ebadde mu namba 5 badde muyisiza mu namba 5 n'alinnya n'enjiza mu nnya n'alinnya n'enjiza mu 3 ate no muroka kasiteba ng'ebadde mu 5 n'ogiza mu nnya n'ogiza mu 3 I put it number 3 pyu n'empasuka pyu agezezaako naye nga wa ne muyisa n'empisa ne muroka endala nga nnyezi. Well, guy, leave this car alone. Leave this car alone. Timmy, this car, this is a RAV4 2400 cc. Nga ninga pisa isa kachikumi ka 1.3. Nagezako paka bemulese mu jam ne mugamba genda. Okuza sonna binebirevu bino biraba. Binebirevu bina goal. I'm growing these beards because I have a goal, and once I fulfill that goal ngenda bisalako byonna era bwe mulinda bangambisaze okungamba kakati afunye goal jatukiriza, because I find ways in which to make myself accountable, and this is one of it. Era sigenda bisalako mugenda birabanga bikulanga paka nafaana nga Yesu yayina ebirevu yayina nga bingi. Are you sure? Ate wali we bamutira ku musalaba. Niba bamutira ku musalaba Yesu yayina channel mujjukira. Jesus had a channel on the cross, right? He did not have beards like this. But I'm still wondering where those guys in Jesus' time trimmed their beards. They are perfect. They always had a channel that was trimmed very well, and some of them even had kakoba. Like, where did they go to trim their beards? Good morning, Starch. How are you? Bukedde. Era katulira kunoonya akawugo. Tunoonya akawugo. Ha, Salome ndabye nnuwayo wano. Eri ku UBE. Anemwe bikyali awo waliwo Benz ezirabika obubi. There is this Benz, the CLS 350. Erabika bubi. The shape is ugly. Even behind it's ugly. Almost it's like a Gaia. Nenga ate erabika ya bay. Bye, Ragnar. Ragnar, you like to go to class now? Okay. Viviani eri awulira bino ne Salumini alete grani Antonio tebansobola mpisiza ravu fo biri nange eringa ate no njisiriza mu namba ezo bana imoroka ya mani omugireke mbadde muyisanga mesiza mu namba 5 ngandeze bwanda byendega nali nyando zanga kana kamotoka kampisa katya nenji wanya naye nali nya nenji wasatu ngenzo okujiwa satu ngatoloza achampulira ngandeze zwi ne muitako ne mpisa nendala satu mwe leave this car alone sagala ajogera nako okuyango ina sente Ate, even if you're giving me money, come with pizza. For once I'll eat junk food. At least I will know when I sold my Corolla, I ate junk food. Which again? Where? Bye. Nego msajja nawe mvugisa bubi ongere mabega. Yes, used to trim his hair. Ewachiwa salon. Yesu amalala. Yesu amale nansana. Ku Yesu. Yesu ebire byabisayiranga ku Yesu amala. Antonio Sebo. Aonavao dandinu wa Kigati. Antonio Munai Salmini kati wanuwa isawa yatugendeye kajasa airstrip for drag race nze promoter nze Antonio yenaina gwe yewulio baba VW turage obazino zibaita tiguani oba Mercedes Benz E-class oba wakawundo abo bonanze mbewuli banaka kaboroka kano banange mokali ke ya gwe moroka ya manio moroka ya manio wesango omuntu agitegeera ngagia amanyozi wanga munazi wanga mwe batesoboka nenga. Good morning people, today we're going to be talking about general business from a perspective of a marketer. Manyina bagambe nazeyo okusoma bannange uloda yokusoma bako byoyiga kati ndi mukola je bayita I want to be a chartered marketer nga ulwengenda mu nsi nkola. I'm already a professional marketer because ebitabo mbina, but now I'm becoming a chartered marketer. Ndi mukola je bayita chartered course bajita CIM, Chartered Institute of Marketing. Some of you guys that are watching me have already done it. I'm a chartered marketer. Kat CIM ye equivalent ya CPA for accountants. Accountant wabela ne CPA munsi yonna yonna buli waraga akola. Of course there are countries where the CPA doesn't apply nafe with CIM inawe etakola nga oba nayo obo inawe it naye ngo inokola akabwe. Kati nga America bayine ekyabwe ogenda mu America CIM oba ne wait nayo obo inokola na akabwe. So anyway, I'm doing CIM right now. Of course, na yeye inabiye kuongerako. So I want us to talk about general business. Amanyi buli weyongera okusoma oyongera okumanya nti simanyi. So I want us to talk about general business. And my theme for the scheduled video was reasons why you should not start a business in Kampala. It's not that actually I'm saying don't start a business. I'm saying why you should not start a business. Ideally I should be saying why you should be starting a business, but of course I'm going to be saying why you should not start a business because there are some things that you need to think about before, and normally when you think about those things then you just say that's why normally when someone asks me Arthur wawemba take a center, I normally tell you take a wotegeera ngekintu go kitandika okukikola bwoti terya kuba okitegeera ngabo kitandika bwoti terya kolaki terya kuba Arthur akamotoka ko bakaseera. Imagine someone is selling it at 17 million nemwe mmanye moroka zino eno kola muje ate yakati yingi ni empya ninga avuge ya bondi okitegeera seat cover Hey, wait, you are joking. New tires, clear, okunyirira kweko. Actually, nze bompa million 18 kati nkuwerako na akuma kenjozi. So manyi, I have this budget about jet car wash machine. Nako kakuwerako bompa million 18. Ngogenda nga weyagala ngogamba Arthur yampe motoka n'omutima gumu. Ate one thing you need to understand that you'll be one of the few people that have manual cars in Kampala. Okitegeera nze nga nange enfaafa kano oba emmotoka yamanyi oba ngenda gijja wendala basigenda okugulayo kibenzi kasimu akinfuulira emmanyo mpoomerwe kuba ate benzi bweba mu manyo babajjaku olaba katimba kabyandi munnamukadde nga tosobola bwe njagala kuyisa nkuyisa oba ovuga mmotoka kyoba mmotoka naye viyani lwakuba otya naye I would naali kulazeeko obulazi nti emmotoka gye ziri mu nsi. Arthur lwaki tafuna binuwa byaffe wala nuwa wamugira we muti nuwa temujja kulemwa kuzifuna. When someone from this channel got a good nuwa yecholonga. Actually 2 people from this channel I've helped 3 people from this channel. But guys, if you have a car, put a tracking device for starters. I would like to say that put a tracking device. There is a gentleman, I helped him get a car. It was a very nice black Ipsam. Now when we got this car, I was starting to take pictures. Then the gentleman told me, Athans, you got a privacy yange. Don't take pictures of my car. Don't even post about it. So but wagule moroka saba gama na baga manti jina go enkole inspection. Moroka sa jogera nako. And he did not put a tracker. He did not put an alarm. Ye yagula moroka ine yevuga. So moroka bajibye. Moroka bajibba. He doesn't have a tracker. He doesn't have even pictures of the car. Charinga China, yellow motoka. Now, under circumstances like that one, the car will be taken. You have nothing to show. How do you start even reporting? Number, you know the number of the car, you know the color of the car, and you know the color can be changed in like 30 minutes. The number can be plucked off. So chitegeze moroka ne bajjako bujja number bati ne batekako number eda ne moroka bagitwala. So normally when I tell you, whatever when you buy a car, a tracking device will cost you 350,000. But I can tell you that the 350,000 can save you 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million. Kati muli muna abantu nagule moroka million abiri nata some tracking device. Kati natandiko kati ne webuza katonda agenda kuyamba ati okukuuma moroka yo nga gwe totaddemu bwongo. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Good morning, Moses C. Thanks, Mr. Arthur. Thanks for changing the narrative. I heard when you have a new number plate, you have a good machine, not knowing its maintenance. Enough for the lesson to deserve a title. Amina. Good morning, Darius. Mweba guy. Kanaka motoka. Zibadde sima omuyayi waravu fakanyiza kulinya omanye moroka bebagirinya n'amala yo ngo ulira ddala katali mu nnambe muzenga ndi mwezo. Gwampa milioni sigaza sente zo. Oba gendo nonye ka Alex ovugaako oba ka Paso oba ka Sienta ogira ovuga obwo. Yange bobuja gayongera ku milioni kale nya sitikaba nja kuba nkuwa design ebwe bwogigula 17 sikuwera ko machine ejoza bwogula 17 machine sije bwogula 18 machine njikuwera kubene moroka najigwide ka machine bwenzira yo wakanganye kuba olupira nange lebo nange simaina kumanya ekyo tuveba naye tugende ku mulamwa gwa leo. Today is Market Tuesday. I want a UBS series and above bwefuna USZ ngeyimida nawo mpita ku million mbegoyizo tuga million 5. Anyway guys, mteke tracking device mu motoka. Bwoba tosola tracking device ngolaba ya beinyo, at least take a security switch. But security switch once the car jackers crack the security switch motoka babagitutte. So nga ate alarm. Nabagamba one reason to buy a car tracker is it gives you 3 hours within which to find your car. Majority of the time emotoka nebe bagibba kiro, something in you tells you something is wrong, so you wake up and see the car is gone. Those 3 hours are for you to track your car. It actually gives you more than 3 hours because it's very hard for a person that comes to steal your car to imagine that it has a tracking device. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So when that person steals your car, you have 3 to 6 hours within which to find where your car is. That's the secret of a tracker. And actually, if you buy the tracker that I sell for 450, you have a chance to actually call that tracker and listen to the people in the car to listen to what they are saying. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Ogikubako n'owulira kye boogerako otegeera kye ngamba baba. So put a tracker in your car. Ate ekirala Arthur bwakuyambako ofuna emmotoka mukkiriza akuba ebifaananyi enamba plate nzikuweeka. I can tell you that okujjako ng'okayubbijje bino ebisigadde tebabimanya okitegeera. Those pictures can help you show people in case your car is taken. Emmotoka yange ebadde efaanana bweti. But you can imagine someone that didn't take a picture of their car. He didn't allow me to take a picture of his car. Kitegeeza talina photographic evidence of his car. Okitegeera. Ata namukadde yo erinnya. Buli lunaku nkyongerako. Kati munenda gisako ebaraza bino ebigifuula efuke Subaru. Viani namukadde ngenda gifuula Subaru. So you guys put trackers in your car anyway. You don't want to lose 10 to 20 million simply because you did not want to spend 400,000 shillings. And by the way, 350,000 includes installation of the tracker. Mwaba guy okwata sente zo nozissa mu motoka n'ogirekera mukama agikuume ng'alinga eyagigulira alinga eyakkako okugigula. Put a tracker in your car. I don't know if I make sense. Put a tracker in your car. That's one way for you to guarantee that your car will actually be safe. Tinebe bagitwala osobola okuginoonya olina wootandikira. Ate when you put a tracker in your car, it should be only you that knows. Don't tell everyone that I have a tracker in my car. I have a tracker in my car. What you again? Don't go around bragging. Kuchare. Emoroka mujiraba. Najisamu track. Emoroka mujiraba. Ata ajintera mu track. Era wende njiraba. No baragane app bwekora. No bagama njikuba nako. Mweba guy. When you put a tracker in your car, let it be a secret. Let it be almost like a bedroom secret. You know how you don't talk about your bedroom issues with everyone? Eh? Let it be like that. Again, I'm driving school. That's the best, because driving schools, they have mechanisms to prevent you from knocking with their car. Their cars actually have other pedals. With passenger side, the instructor jatura. Waba your pedals endala. So tosobola kutomeza moroka yaabwe. They beasted me. Okitegeera banange Martha uli ludda wa Martha. So anyway, emoroka endala yiyo eyo naye namukadde. My car is exactly like that. Exactly. Just that my silver is not that. Naye silver atita nyuma nyomo namukadde. My silver is goldish silver. But that car and my car are the same, except that mine is faster. So today is Market Tuesday, and I've told you about the trackers. Oh, good. Mbade lero sinakulabako. If you have a brother or relative or friend that is driving a border or a motorcycle and he doesn't have a driver's license that has a class A, please tell him to stay home or tell him to not ride. Kati ebintu bya driving permit byakalubi emwe baba kwata nnyo. Also, if you get an accident without a driving permit, toba na bwogerero, let them go and process driving permits. So today is Market Tuesday. Let me cancel. I do pre-purchase inspection. If you're going to buy a car and you don't want to make a mistake. At that moment, so it's important that sometimes you get guidance. I'm your guardian angel. I come with a mechanic and we make sure that you get the best car at the best price in the best condition. We do all the verification. Yeah. So and we charge 400,000 for the service. Also cannot take a cent no booking. So cannot take a cent to Simian. Buy abateka cent to Airtel Money, put withdrawal charges. omuntu agenda nakuwa emitwalo 3 n'ojjayo 27 bananga abantu ba Airtel bayaki omuntu akuwa emitwalo 2 n'ojjayo 19 ng'ogwo omutwalo bagubbye. The newest engine 1SZ without cheek cover. Some engines don't even have those covers. Like that newer engine doesn't have a cover, and they are different depending on the size. Like the RAV4 that was bought yesterday by one of us here. It's the same engine with the Premium model. But you can imagine oli yaguze RAV4 agenda kuba ali mu luxury ya SUV naye nga anywa amafuta ge gamu ne Premium okitegeera. So the VVTi engines oyina kubanga ogimanyi nti ya VVTi sometimes okitegeera, and some of them are different. Like the one NZ, there are two types, my type and the type that is in the Sienta and the Fielder. They are both one NZ, but they are different engines okitegeera. Kevin is saying nange ndi wano brother Arthur, I really appreciate you for your work. Your videos have opened the eyes of many Ugandans including me. Amina. Takoma nange njirabye yoza njukira bwefaanana njirabye naye sikitaddeeko birowoozo. So today is Market Tuesday. Njagadde mbasomeseyo akantu kamu. The topic of the scheduled video was don't start a business in Kampala, and today I wanted to share something that I know is a business approach that people from abroad actually use. Abajja abazungu abajje Kampala, they actually use this approach, and I thought we can also use it. And of course we need to understand what advantages come with it. Don't start a business. My approach is you can actually buy an existing business. You can buy an existing business. You can buy an existing product. You can buy an existing service. Okay, so many businesses actually doing it. Like you see, the company that is selling the IGNCO, Ingiko. You know that company, for the guys that are in Kampala. They sell construction materials, tools. Nange jinagura akakoze motoka ka machine yako. So that company, those guys actually did not start from scratch. They just went and got a franchise. They went and got a franchise, and they are the distributors of the products made by that company. And of course, Ugandans are embracing this approach, which I think we can all embrace. Instead of always thinking of starting a business from scratch, you can actually find an existing business and build onto that, add value. Like instead of starting your own, I saw a friend of mine use that approach to actually make money. Find someone that has his own chuma, a chaka soul. I'm talking about a chuma chaka soul. Instead of actually starting your chuma chaka soul, find someone that has a chuma chaka soul and add value to that. I know this is something that we as Ugandans haven't embraced yet because we have a lot of trust issues. And yes, the trust issues are totally understandable. But I can tell you that it's an approach that will not only save you startup capital, but it will also save you starting from the ground up. There are some of those costs and school fees that you end up not paying when you start from a business or a product that is already existing. I don't know if I make sense. For example, if you wanted to start producing cars, okay, and let's say you have some capital, instead of starting from scratch, building a brand from scratch, sourcing for sources of parts, finding an existing car brand would work. Let me give you an example. If I had capital to put up a factory to make cars, for example, I would not start from scratch. I'd go get a brand like Opel. You see, the Opel is a European brand, right? It's not so popular in Uganda, but I know it can become popular if they know that spare parts are here. So I'd go to a brand like Opel, okay, and get a franchise or get a dealership. And with a dealership, you don't even have to set up a factory. All you need to invest in is a showroom, okay, and invest the money that they need for you, the capital investment. So you're actually to the layman, it looks like you're starting a business from scratch, but we all know you're not starting from scratch. We all know that there are people that want to drive Opel cars, but they're not driving those Opel cars because, well, where am I going to buy spare? If I need to buy another Opel car, where am I going to buy it? So imagine yourself with your, let's say, 600 million capital. I'm saying 600 because I know we have people that have money here. But anyway, guy, let me tell you, I realized that so kati bilibi abadenga so gera ku bintu ebinene kati ngenda mbijja abayaye muina sente. So anyway, imagine, let's go back a little, 200 million. With your 200 million, okay, you do a survey and you discover how many Ugandans are driving Opel cars in Uganda. Okay, and then you calculate that we have about 100,000 Opel car owners in Uganda. Okay, and you find what is the biggest challenge that you have: spares. And then you continue with the survey and you want to find out what Opel brands are they driving, majority of them. Okay, now this is market research, and then you find out that there is a certain brand that each of the guys that drive Opel in Uganda have. Okay, so you go to Opel and you find out where can I get Opel spare parts. Okay, and then you get a source, and then you go and talk to this person that manufactures the spare parts and you tell him, I would like to be a dealer of Opel in Uganda. Okay, and then he says, yeah, good. You by doing that, you have already spent like about 10 to 15 million. I'm imagining with market research, which you can do online. Majority of Opel drivers are actually online. Battery online, I'm sure there is an Opel person or a mechanic that has fixed Opel that knows an Opel car owner. So you talk to garages, you know who is going to be your key customer. Mechanics will be your key customer. Of course, even car owners. Okay, so you go and source a place where you can get Opel spare parts. Okay, and you crack a deal that you'll be the sole dealer of Opel in Uganda. Okay, now imagine having the ability to sell to 100,000 customers a year. Ngagwaba guza weke Kampala. Do you know what that means? 100,000 customers niwe bagulako buli omu nagulako ekintu kimu ng'okiryako emitwalo ena barabara musalmin gwalina calculator bakasitoma emitwalo 10 nga buli muntu kintu kyagulako kiryako emitwalo ena sente beka zigattegattemu ng'olyako ena gyokka. And I know that spare dealers actually eat more because you're going to be a dealer, a sole dealer. It's like when Coca-Cola gets a franchise, the Coca-Cola Uganda guys, Century, they get a Coca-Cola franchise and they're the only dealers of Coca-Cola in Uganda. So when they get that franchise, anybody that drinks Coca-Cola in Uganda is buying from them. So it doesn't matter whether you, as a person, you take Coca-Cola. Like me personally, I'm avoiding sodas now. Njagala kuwangala. Kale bwe mba nfudde saagala nfe bibiro de soda bya leeta. Okitegeera. So imagine, Salmin yokoze math. 100,000 people buy from you. Nga buli muntu kuba abantu emitwale kumpulako emitwale naziba sente mmeka. Oba okola sente mmeka omwaka. And by the way, by being an Opel dealer, you don't need a very big shop. Gwe dealer Kampala. Obachi balina kugula kugwe. Now all you have to do is do good branding, tell the mechanics so that they learn about you. Okay, then I'm going to tell you when tomorrow kola ka math ako. Je ani akoledda ka math bananga ina calculate enda. Nange ina calculate. Tubala business, but now I'm telling you not to start a fresh business in Kampala, especially if you have some considerable amount of capital. Now, Ngezaako balaga the importance of market research. With market research, actually tugaseemu bw'oguza bakasitoma emitwalo 10 bokka omwaka nga buli muntu aguzeeko ekintu kimu nga buli kintu kyaguzeeko kiddeko emitwalo 4 okola biliyoni 4 omwaka. That's by being a dealer. Totandise business from scratch, by the way. Gwe wakoze market research wono ogamba I'm going to deal in this, I'm going to be the sole dealer. I'm sure we have more than 100,000. Kale, let's say we don't have 100,000 Opel cars. Let's just say we have 10,000 Opel cars. Kati bwe ziba 10,000, buli kintu ky'otunda kirieko emitwalo 10 okole biliyoni 1 omwaka. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Kwa hiyo billion, of course, barako operational costs or licensing fees, because once you become the only distributor, the sole distributor in Uganda, you have to pay for licensing. And licensing like that doesn't come cheap. Oyinza okwesanga obawayo $1 million nga 10 omwaka okufuna license eyo buli mwaka baleme gaba license yo. Okitegeera. So I've just given you a sample of a business. Now, why haven't I done something like that? Because I don't have the capital. But of course, that's why we go to school to tusoma. It's for us to have more knowledge than the average person. The average person tasobola kulowooza bwatyo. Bwakwata million 2 nga akangenenso obule suuti e Dubai. Oshira nga asubule suuti za million 2 nga azitundira emyaka 3. Okitegeera oba se ekyo buli suuti nga agiryako nusu mutwalo. Okitegeera nga abeera ne competition. So in business, if you can do a business where you don't have competition, do it. At every turn where you can avoid having competition, avoid it. Let me give you another example of something that you could do. Olaba Pioneer, the Pioneer brand, abakola emizindaalo, abakola ezo DJ turntables and all. We don't have a Pioneer dealer in Uganda. Original Pioneer. So you could actually also go and do that. Jeke, what's up? Jeke jauna wa malada. Me, I need a calculator for that. Never nage Jeke. Goro kubodi mathematician. Se wanange nyinabi seta ga calculator. Maybe a bit or no. Be a bit or no. Okubara obusente mwafe buno butonoto. Naye munange. Kati gwe Jeke oli mathematician. Zendi ata. We tried so much and the combination in the college by D. History, economics, geography, divinity. History, economics, geography, stroke divinity. What's the subject in Nakole Yarimu math, Yari GP. I tell the number of math Sajikola. Nakora composition. I tell the composition in Izigora Akubara, Ebigambo Sabibara. Batugakola bigambo 5 for the entire composition isn't ebigambo 5 byalimu paragraph ya soka introduction naye mukama katonda. So but I hope you guys are doing well. Mwamuloza eyo no bagibaita Bat Valley Theatre je mutunudemu awo. Bat Valley Theatre nabwe nabayita mujje mulabe shows zange nembaga nziri ku Bat Valley Theatre weewo era we wali office yange Bat Valley Theatre. For the guys that normally ask me, Arthur, what do you do? I am a professional artist and professional marketer. Ebyo nabinanga bwe mbyogera nabisoma. Mbinamu ebitabo mbinamu obukugu. For professional artist, bwe nali nsoma Makerere, I was the best director, play director. Bonna nemba kuba nemba lyamu akendo gati sigabye enguzi. Omanye ebintu by'Uganda bibaamu enguzi. Je kansekeredde ssebo. Je kansekeredde mbu yakatekeetaaga math. Pajero bannange nerabidde mu comment sizisoma nnyo nga ndi mu kuvuga. Emma ali busy yabagamba luli. Oli wano mwarabu, I will come for you as well. Otherwise, congratulations to that member who bought the RAV4. It was really a good deal. Yeah, yajiguze ya got 4 billion. Je kasekeredde ffe. You'll have copycat competitors soon. What do you mean copycat competitors, Benjamin B? Because once you are a sole distributor of a product, no one can copy you because no one can bring the spare you bring. Let's imagine you went to let's imagine, you see what Toyota Uganda did. They went to Toyota and got sole distributorship in Uganda. Buying a sole distributorship for Toyota, they have sole distributorship for Yamaha, they have sole distributorship for Suzuki. Do you know what that means? Buli muntu agule motoka empya ya Toyota tasobola gi ordering America, tasobola gi ordering wa aina jigula wa era bwagenda mu America nga bamugamba no, but we have a dealer in Uganda. Tasobola gula Suzuki empya anywhere. Era bwagenda yo, they send them to Uganda. Do you know what that means? Nti omunne bwagenda South Africa and they want to buy a spare part for Opel, for example, because that's the example we have used. They will tell him, no, we have a distributor in Kampala. It will be much more expensive for that person to buy the spare you sell in Kampala to buy that spare in South Africa. Why? Nti you get the spares from the manufacturer at the same price as the person in South Africa. Which means omusajja we South Africa bwagula spare esente zezimu namugula from the manufacturer namusamu shipping to South Africa agenda mutunda sente za South Africa eziyinza okubeera omunga za bei okusinga gwe wano. Okitegeera ate oli bwamala okugula spare e South Africa ayina omusamu shipping omuleeta e Kampala ate bwatuuka e Kampala ne Kampala asasula omusolo. So it's always better to buy those things from a distributor in Kampala. So don't start a business in Kampala. Innovate. Find ways in which you can actually build onto a business that is already existing. Kakati now, market research. Let me tell you, big companies like Centenary spends about 3 billion every year in market research. They want to research, what do our customers think about us? What can we improve? Of course, I doubt they even improve anything. For ISO certification. Many companies do so many things they do so many things to get ISO certification. Like if your business got ISO certification, banang it would be respected. ISO certification is global. Si chojeke nti singa company bane ISO certification is solo kugulawo branches anywhere in the world because ISO ebema zo kulaba nti eno company eri ku mutindo gw'ekika ekya waggulu. Okitegeera. Nendo zamulabi how you can make money without actually struggling a lot. Because if you got like distributorship in Uganda, all you need to do, I think I said backward distributorship. If you got like a franchise, like the guy that has KFC con franchise, teta brandinga. Balibe baweleza abantu abajja bazimba store. Our store is going to be in Wandegea. Let's nebaleta interior designer. Ochegira. Zeku sente za asasuza kwe kuva ebintu ebikola ki. Of course asasuza sente z'okukola ebintu, but the branding process ebirungo be bamusalirawo wesanga nti he puts in very little atinga akola sente nyingi. That person makes much more money than chicken tonight. Okitegeera, because KFC is already established globally. So even a person that comes from the US will want to eat KFC. Bwabanga they are addicted. Of course abazungu kati ogenda mu KFC by the tosanga yo bazungu. Dr. Jonathan okijukira ki wali ogamba bwogenda mu KFC tosanga yo bazungu. Bwogenda mu babeera mu Cafe Javas because Cafe Javas food is a little healthier than KFC, but mu food hub tosanga yo bazungu fe. Like Dr. Jonathan said, we are adapting the white man's lifestyle ate bo bali mujiva mbatandika kulya vegetables. Okitegeera. So but anyway, but global brands will make more business sense to you than you starting ekintu ekichwe. Umanyi twagala nnyo fe ngaba na Uganda akantu kange okitegeera naye nga ate ebiseera ebimu okutandika n'akantu nga sikako having 10% in a 4 billion company is better than having 100% in a company that is worth 100 million. Ontegera kyenkugamba nti nze if the way I have a Dynamo, if a company from the UK came and said, okay, we would like to buy Dynamo from you, but you keep 10%, and that company is worth like 1 billion shillings out there, percent, give me 10%. Okitegeera. Yeah. Benjamin, Aniabuziza, you don't have a copycat. The dealership idea could be good, but can Ugandans afford to buy original products like Pioneer, where the market is still flooded with Bichupuli, like Alipu? Dr. Jonathan, I'll tell you that I'll buy an original Pioneer thing. But the reason I don't buy those things that seem like they are original is because I know they are not original. But if you are a dealer of Pioneer, website ya Pioneer Global, they say we have a branch in Uganda. You guys, do you know how much money you would make? You would make a lot of money. Ngomuntu bagenda ku Pioneer Global bamugamba in Uganda we have a dealer. Yeah. Don't even joke with endorsed dealership. That's why Toyota Uganda is making lots of money. Abantu batandise okugula emmotoka ze zero mileage. People are buying those cars. Lwakuba kirumiyoni chobaga kirabika bubi banangi kirumiyoni ekipya kirabika bubi kiringa gaya. Chobaga nyo kigula but they are buying starlets. You get, they are buying I think the Starlet is the car that I've seen mostly on the road. Brand new. Benjamin, as we don't have copycat competitors of Mercedes-Benz. Okay, I got it. You are talking about franchises. Yes. I want to ask if the trackers you provide require subscription. Yes, any good tracker you'd have to pay something annually. Kati, with my trackers you start paying in the second year. Now, there are people that will give you a tracker that doesn't require subscription. I'm telling you. Why? With those trackers where I don't need, because those trackers don't give you real-time information. Let me tell you, the trackers I give you, tracking, but the trackers where you don't require subscription, it gives you the feed late. That's why Caesar akutsinza nzenevo enevo bonga ataka nkwe mitwala bili mwetano mfune ka tracker akatitaga trust subscription sijja kakuwa because I know the dangers you're facing nti the ilag isoro kuwa information is that is like an hour late ngemotoka we yabade an hour ago we kuwa kati nti we ile motoka baje ngoro baje tutte okitegeera. Yes, and ISO certification is audited periodically. Exactly. So katuja kusanganga, that's those big companies like Seminary, they do those market researches annually. Why? Because they still want to keep their ISO certification. Which together. What Benjamin means is there will be someone who is selling a knockoff, which is a lookalike original. Atika Kati Moses Heath, when there is someone that is trying to sell duplicate stuff of your original stuff, then your goal as a distributor of original products is to simply make sure that people know that there's a dealer that sells original stuff, and to also make sure that the people know what original stuff look like. Kati marketing budget yo teba muku marketinga nti abange je tuli because globally baba na baku marketinga, but the marketing should be incorporated in trying to educate people about original stuff. Osegela, let me give you an example. If I was given Samsung distributorship in Uganda, okay, and I have brand new Samsungs, and I'm the only one that is selling brand new Samsungs in Uganda, the people that love Samsung already love Samsung. It's like we were in a discussion yesterday in class, and they were talking about the jerrycan ad, for the guys that know the MTN jerrycan ad, and these guys were talking about why the jerrycan ad, nobody understood it, and I was telling them MTN is no longer looking for new subscribers. Almost everyone has an MTN line. Like me personally, I see an MTN line, but I have a company MTN line, which that belongs to the company. So what that means is that MTN is no longer looking for you to buy a line. What MTN is looking for is for you to remember, oh, MTN exists. Oh, MTN exists. So if you have a distributorship of a product, like if I have a distributorship of Samsung, the only thing I'm going to need to do is to keep telling people what an original Samsung looks like and where they can find it. Simple. And also telling them that, because when Samsung tells you you're going to be our distributor of Samsung in Uganda, they will include your address on their global website because you pay for that privilege. When you go to Toyota Global and you look for their showrooms around the world, you'll find the Sefao showroom listed, because Sefao pays annual subscription to Toyota to be their distributor or to be their dealer in Uganda. So when people are selling knockoff, come on, Moses Heath oba Benjamin B. Kyogamba osobola okulya billion nyano zimalawo ne bobo oina store nga oina store enene nnyo wa Kiseka ng'otunda spare parts za Opel. Okay, do you think you can spend 4 billion a year on rent and employees? Because as an Opel dealer bwopangisa letugeze n'opangisa showroom n'ogisamu million nga 4 ze million binamu kinana ze million bina mu kinana okitegeera. Jukira tubaze nti osobola okukola million bina mu kinana bw'ozissa mu showroom. And I'm imagining if you're going to put million bina mu kinana, it better be the entire building. Ziba million ana mu munana si bina mu kinana. Jeke kasekererenze. Ziba million ana mu munana. Okitegeera. So million ana mu munana n'ozissa mu rate. Jukira ina billion emu kuba twabaza abantu twabasaze ntugaba bayino abantu omutwalo gumu. Million ana mu munana. Jukira once you become a dealer bagenda kuwayo n'obumotoka nga nabo obutunda. Akamotoka osobola okukakolako amagoba ga million nga 5 ku 10. I'm worst case scenario. I doubt they only make that little money because motoka mpya sizogenda obu marketing ne motoka mpya. So bosasula ko showroom ya million ana mu munana. Okay? Nojja nosasulako abakozi n'obamalyamu million nga 5. Okitegeera bw'ozigata kale bale million 10 abakozi ne rent. Okay? A million 10 ze million 10 mu mmeka. Mbadde mbaze bu Dr. Jonathan kati bw'obala million 10 10 mu 2 a year on rent. Jukiro ina billion ye sente osasuddeko million 10 mu 2 n'osasula ku katugeze franchise bakuggyeko million 2. Izo million 3 zigenzo ina million 7. Trust me, with 700 million ne bw'osigazaako million 3 gwe nga nannyini company n'olyako ezo ziri million 4 n'ozissa mu advertising and marketing generally. Ate bw'okwata million 4 n'ozissa mu market, you guy guno omwaka bw'okola billion ogujja okusobola okukola billion 1.5 oguddako n'okola billion 2 ogudda okitegeera. Because if you're marketing properly buli mwaka sales zo zeeyongera. Buli mwaka osobola okutundayo copies nga katugeze 10 ez'emmotoka. Omwaka guno bw'otunda copies 10 ez'emmotoka omwaka oguddako n'otunda 15. Then slowly by slowly Opel will be a brand that people Opel tetawanya tulina dira wano. Opel tetawanya tulina dira wano spare wali spare mulete motoka zatunda spare. Okitegeera kye kugamba ndowooza. Does anyone here have experience with micro cement finishing? I saw a company called Incense Uganda Limited advertising it. They called it micro topping. Bana a guy motubulire micro cement finishing chechi abali mu engineering. Amesai kati olaba timi, you being a Samsung addict, if a showroom opened or if a shop opened and they are dealing in original, because one wali webipuli bya Samsung abatabade tebamanyi, and they are dealing in original Samsung products, original nga bayina ne olaba nga how Techno has even a repair center that repairs your phone for free if it's still on warranty. They even have that. Your Samsung breaks down, they have a repair shop where you can take it if it's still on warranty and they repair it for free. Do you know how many Samsungs you would sell as a dealer? A lot. Arthur, Ogenda tukoze sense be the business environment in Uganda is very turbulent. Dr. Jonathan is turbulent for people that don't have capital or the people that don't know how to use capital properly. Me, personally, I don't have a lot of capital, but I can tell you that as turbulent as it is, bwe mulinda nga nsazeewo ne ngamba Uganda eganye njifulumye ngenze nga mumanya business tezitambula e Kampala. But I can tell you that for a person that has capital and does their market research before they start a business, the thing with Ugandans is that we start businesses without doing surveys. I don't know if I've told you, around 2015, our Dynamo, my company, my performing arts company was already there, and I had new members join, new guys coming to start acting with me. And bali bavudde mu company yobukola film, ezo film ezitafuluma, film ezitakola sente. So when they got here, they would be saying, "Nay director, rachite tukola yo film, nay director," and I would ask them, "Where do we make money from?" Nze njagala ngambe nti ngenda kukola film ntadde mu million 10 nzijamu 2 oba nzijamu ne bwe nzijamu 12. I can tell you that even some of the people that you know are big film producers can't answer that question. Until DSTV came and started buying their movies, they did not have an answer for that. Okitegeera, era nze DSTV bwe yajja otandika okugula content, I studied the market for more than 3 years before I decided that let me produce content. And when I produced content, my first pilot is what they said, later waka tumugule. Kati bana Uganda, one thing I've realized that we don't want to put in money in market research, we don't want to put in time. Cheche going to wabane million 15 zigenda genda mu market research. You finding out which business can I start that will actually make money. Ontegera kyegamba. Like Dr. Jonathan, in your industry, almost every person I know is starting a clinic and pharmacy. Of course, pharmacies are very profitable, but pharmacies also make losses. But I would want to ask, does any medical practitioner actually do research before they start a business? Clinic. And I also understand that clinics, there's a recent, I was reading a Twitter, there's this guy called Dr. Kaliesubula. I don't know if you follow him on Twitter. And they were saying, omusajja atuuka omwaka nga guweddeko n'abalanga alina amabanja ga million 15. Like in a clinic, how come in a medical center where people come nga ddala bafa they have to pay? How do you have people owing the clinic 15 million at the end of the year? Okitegeera. So I'm thinking microcement is very similar to terrazzo. Is it, Dr. Jonathan, does it look good? Does it look like tiles? Because nze mkyala wange tiles zaagala za bbeeyi namugala tugira tubirinda niga kanjira akola ebirala ayagala porcelain. Does it look like porcelain? Because kati mba nfunye engeri gye mukubamu olukopo ne tukyusa ne tugenda microcement. Market research, you can't do market research yourself. You have to hire market research companies or a marketing individual or a group of marketers to actually do market research for you. No, terrazzo is unattractive, JK. Terrazzo is unattractive. But I've not seen microcement. I'm going to research about it in Ndabe. So, Dr. Jonathan, yes, the market is turbulent, but people still make money. Let me tell you, there are bazungus that come. Tola banti abana bakola furniture. Bakola mabajiro babivamne bagamba furniture doesn't make money. Omuzungu asobola okuva ebweru najja wano nakola research. Nazula that if you're making furniture, these are the things that make money, and he starts making just those things. Na specializing, like bwazula nti abantu bagala sofa sets. Natandika kula sofa set na specializing mu sofa set nga set ye ntebe agituna million 5. Okitegera. Now do the math, how many pieces of sofa sets does he need to sell annually to make $1 billion? And they make $1 billion. Okitegera. But they invest in marketing, and marketing includes market research, by the way. It includes retention costs. Those are next week in Basomesa customer retention, because it's very important. I have a class that I have to do at 9, and my material is scanty, so I have to go through my material. For the guys that don't know, since it's Market Tuesday, I'm part of an institute called Platos Institute of Arts and Marketing, and we basically teach performing arts courses. The Somesa marketing, the market is embedded in the arts courses. And we had our intake. We had our first classes yesterday. We have only 4 courses right now. We have certificate courses. We are accredited by the Ministry of Education under the Directorate of Industrial Training, and we teach acting, directing, script writing. If you want to write a script for TV, for film, for plays, for radio, then we have arts management as a course. If you're a manager and you want to be professional, that course is also there. So if you want to learn more about the courses that we have, you go to our website, platosinstitute.com. Yes, and then you learn more about the institute. Yeah, so I have a class that I have to run at 9. So I have a doctor friend who runs a furniture shop in Nigeria, and she's doing well. Exactly. Microcement looks good but has maintenance factor. What do you mean? What do you mean, Dr. Jonathan? Abby, Antonio, Pade, Joshua, Mark, Daniel, Timmy, Justine, Chris Fitness, Search, Karim, Access News, Salmin, Moses Heath, Darius, bana imwe bari kubera ku broadcast namwe abari mukamoli. I don't take it for granted. Richard, Lucky Mose, Kevin, Deep in Coffee, Dan, Hashim, Benjamin B, Ibanda Bernard, Dr. Jonathan Chiwanuka, Jombo Juma. I use a Samsung S21. JK, King Daniel, Samuel Sisi Musomesa, how are you today? Hami Black Seriala, how are you today? Harry Shafter, how are you today? Webade Bajukiza, Mark W, what do you think about T-Cat? T-Cat actually makes a car look better. If you have a white car, for example, T-Cat will make your car vibrant. So for you guys that have cars like silver, you do T-Cat. Thank you, Arthur, for the time. Amina, thank you for also watching. Don't forget to tell people about the products and services I offer. If you can share my website on your WhatsApp statuses, platosinstitute.com. Platos as in Platos, like Plato, but with an S, platosinstitute.com. You can share it on your Facebook page. Just share the website. Jiwemwa akade eretaka fana nya on the description of the website. Then you share. If you can share it on your Twitter, it will do very good. Or creating a backlinks, which are very good for SEO. If you can share, if you know a person that is interested in pursuing courses in acting, directing, script writing, or arts management, twina course in Nyazo Kazoka. We are a specialist institute. Yeah, ebila atwali tusobola okubi yanga Borabu Institute obera ne course simanya computer design, simanya bichi oneba architecture, simanya 3D animation. Kugamu yebuli bikintu asobola okukisomesa nga tebalina kye basomesa. So we teach specialist courses, and that's why we have only 4 courses. And so if you have a brother, sister that has wanted to venture into the performing arts, nenga nawo ononya wagenda okujja sente talabawo sente jeziri, but you just have to know the right way to actually look for the money. And that's those are the courses that we started. We teach 3 days a week. So we have morning. Today I'm teaching directing students. Yeah. So anyway, bagay mwe bali kubera ku broadcast. Let me see more about cement. Dr. Jonathan, ngenda kubuza ku cement oyo. Niye bwogamba maintenance factor utayiro ziba zikyamukuba. Mwe bagay mwe bali kubera ko. I'll see you tomorrow in the morning. May God bless you. Don't forget to smile. Don't forget to have a positive attitude. I know what positivity regana. Ngoji pushinga ngiganye. Ngo smiling ngabiganye. Na ye try as much as possible to be that. Bowulira biganye ngonywa kakawa, ngonywa energy drink, ngolya cake. By the way, sugary things. The Dr. Jonathan abitugana ebintu ebirimu sukali ebyo bidaba. Biyambako abantu kolachi. Okufuna essanyu when you eat sugary things, like when my son Abani, when he takes sweet things, he's hyper. Abana manyi Abani abatasoboka nenga mukama abawo mukisa. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.